What is going on, YouTube people? I am SGT American, and in this video we're going to be reviewing Star Wars The Black Series, The Mandalorian, and of course, as always, before we take a look at the figure, we shall take a look at the box that he does come with. Excuse me, Mando. There you go. Now, the front of the box, you do get a nice big clear window, so you can see Mando in there. On the bottom of the box, you get Star Wars The Mandalorian. You get his name, The Mandalorian. On the left side of the box, you get Star Wars The Black Series. That's pretty much it. Just a big window here on the side, so you can see Mando in there. Star Wars The Black Series at the very top of the box. On the right side of the box, you get this awesome image of Mando here, and look. Yeah, I think they're really cool, and it does say The Mandalorian right down there. The back of the box, you just get some like just basically like a bio right here. You can pause that and read it if you want to. You get a nice image here. It's just basically the same image, but you know, he is the first of the Mandalorian line. And on the bottom of the box, you just get a bunch of legal work, and on top of the box, you just get a window to look down into the toy, and that's pretty much it for the packaging. Moving right along, here is the Black Series, The Mandalorian, and this is my first time buying from the Black Series from this line, and as of right now, this is my favorite Star Wars line. This guy looks awesome. Like I said, I've never bought from Black Series before, and I think he's definitely a good first pickup for the line. Look at that, coming here in the helmet. The silver isn't as shiny as I'd like it to be. It's beskar, but you know, it still looks very, very cool. You got his mud horn right here, which is raised up. It's molded in. Got that. It is a little bit shiny here on the chest, but I think that's just the lighting. Got his sash there, and his canisters for his pulse rifle or whatever it's called, his sniper. There you go. You got a nice holster there. Nice brown for the belt. Brown here on his upper thigh pads. Got some more bullets there. Nice color for the boots. Got some nice yellow for his fingertips, for his gloves. Got that blue arrow that he has there. You can't see the little area where the whistling birds come out of, and I think that's very, very cool. Even for the size, it's molded in there very, very nice. Here in the back, you can't really see it because of the cape, but moving this out the way. The sash is movable, so you just move that there. And yeah, you got the 3 ports for his weapon and his jetpack, and again, very nicely detailed. All the wrinkles in his clothes. More of that nice brown right there. All in all, I think it looks pretty good. Now for articulation, his head is on a ball joint, so you can get a 360 out of it. He can look up. You can kind of tell he's looking up a little bit. He can look down fairly well. You know, he's got a good looking down movement. For his shoulders, you do have a 360 movement. They can go out as far as the shoulder pads will let them. There is no shoulder rotation, but you do get elbow rotation, and it is on a single jointed bend, and you do get a slightly past 90, but it works both ways. You can break his arm for some reason. I don't know why you could bend it back, but you can if you need to. His hands are like on a peg, so you can get 360 rotation there, and they do bend, I think, down. Yeah, they bend down like this, and they can also bend up slightly before his little hand plate hits his gauntlet. There is a little bit of waist rotation, but I mean, the sash just kind of gets in the way, so you know, just be careful with that because you don't want to rip it. You do get a little bit of ab crunch and ab backwards because for some reason, but yeah, you do get a little bit of ab crunch, and there is no waist rotation. You just get this like upper part right here. For the legs, you can go forward about that much, so you can't really do that much of a kick. You can go out about that far before this kind of gets in the way and kind of hinders it. There is thigh rotation. You can get 360 out of that, and at the knees, you do get a single joint about 90 degrees there, and here at the ankles, you do get 360 motion, and you do get ankle tiltage right there, so you can break his ankles indeed. One last piece of articulation is basically the cape. You can the cape is loose, it's just planted on there, and you can move that around. You can give him a bib if you wanted to. And yeah, that's pretty much it for articulation. Now, getting into some of his accessories, he does come with, well, I mean, he comes with his cape, but that's already on when you open it from the package. But he does come with his little blaster, which is done in a nice chrome silver. And the handle is done in like a nice brown. That's it. Very plain. But you know, a lot of nice molded in detail there. You can definitely see it all. There you go. And he does have his holster here, so you can unpeg this. And then you can take the pistol and you just slot it in here, slot in his blaster, and it does take a little bit of doing, but I got it in there pretty easily right now. And then you can just take this and tab it in. Well, not tab it in, just kind of just basically have it there. And it doesn't sit very securely once when the gun's in, but I mean, it's enough, I guess, to get it in there sometimes. And yeah, there he is with his pistol. And here he is holding his blaster, just so you guys can see. And his finger does go into the little hole there, so you can't get it in there. And you're basically just going to slot it in sideways and then swing it in, so that way the finger goes into the hole. There you go. He does come with his little sniper pokey stick thing. I actually don't know the names of these blasters, but you know, he does come with this, and it's done in a very nice metallic silver. There you go. A lot of nice molded in detail there. Nice brown again for the stock. Yeah. And here he is holding it, and like I said last time with the pistol blaster, he does get his finger into the actual trigger port. So basically what you're going to do is basically just kind of slot it in from the side and swing the gun into his finger, so that way it's lined up like that. And you can, of course, get him holding his sniper accurately, and he can kind of, oh, okay. That reminds me, the second hand is going to line up with this thing, this second part right here, this little extra bit of silver underneath the scope, and that is where his hand is going to sit, and he can kind of look into the scope. And basically for his storage, basically what you want to do is come back here and line up the sash and the port here on his back, and what you're going to do is basically tab it in there. And this port is kind of tight. What I had to do is I sanded it down, the peg, I sanded it down a little bit, and it fits in there a little bit better, but I think I'm going to go back and sand it down a little bit more, because it's still kind of loose in there. Or, well, basically it's like too big for it to sit in there correctly. So yeah, and basically you're just going to want to get the cape over as much as you can, and there you go. Now you got his rifle sitting on his back. And the last thing that he comes with is his jetpack. Now, I did go over it with a silver metallic marker that you can get from Dollar Tree. So, here is how it originally looked, and here is how it looks now. Which you can't really see that much of a difference on camera, but it definitely shows a lot more in person. And basically, and it does match a lot more with the beskar armor. So I like the way this came out. But basically, what you have to do is you're gonna take off his rifle, and you're gonna have to take off the cape. Basically, there you go. Just gonna pull it over his head. You're going to line up the sash with the port, and there are three places for it to tab onto. It's gonna be this slot, this slot, and this slot, and basically just gonna tab it in, and there you go. Now he has his jetpack on, and you can get that look if you want to. He can have him flying, and with the articulation that he does have, he can do it fairly well. Which, I mean, this is pretty much how they fly in the show anyways, right? Just in Star Wars in general, they kind of fly like at an angle like this. So yeah, you can get that look if you want to. And now for some comparisons, here he is with Dragon Star Super Saiyan Goku. And they are roughly the same size, so yeah, they're practically the same size, about eye to eye. Yeah. Here he is with the Spartan Collection Master Chief, which, yeah, I did paint him, which by the time this video is already out, you guys would have already seen that montage that I made. And yeah, I actually like the scaling because Master Chief is meant to be like, what, 7'5"? So yeah, I like the scaling because he's probably like 6 foot, honestly. I don't know how tall Pedro Pascal is in real life, but I mean, this is exactly how this scaling is meant to be. Master Chief is meant to scale with the basic action figures like this, the 6 inches and stuff like that, because this guy's meant to be ginormous. And there is that. And just because here he is with Core Class Starscream. he's a little guy. Yeah, there you go. And there you go. That was my review on Star Wars The Black Series, The Mandalorian. Now, I did get this guy from Amazon.com, but you can, of course, check out Big Bad Toy Store, linked down in the description below. And you can also check them out for all your other Star Wars and toy needs. And see what else they have on there, because honestly, I don't even know if they have Black Series on there. I'm sure they have a lot of Star Wars stuff, but go ahead and check it out for yourself. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out my Instagram, which is, of course, linked down in the description below, along with my Twitch. And this is SGT American saying, peace.